I shut down my $20,000 per month AI automation agency, and it was the best decision I've ever made. Most AI agencies are actually just destined to fail. And what I built instead that scales to multiple six figures, and I'm actually able to get an output for the amount of time I'm putting in. So, look, I'll be completely transparent with you. I was making pretty good money, and it wasn't that the money was the problem. It was the fact that I wasn't able to actually get the output that I was putting in. And I want to put this into context. So you have someone come to you that's wanting AI, right? Now, the problem with this agency model is they're paying you, say, 5 to 10K for this solution right here. Now, when they bring this to you, you are responsible to deliver whatever this means. Whatever this AI solution means is what you're expected to deliver. So this can look 5 different ways in your head, and none of these matter if they're looking for this one, right? So you can spend hours upon hours upon hours upon hours and keep delivering, and it's just never enough. It's never perfect for them. And it's no hate to any of my clients or anybody that I've worked with. It's just the truth, right? I don't want to be in a business where I can't grow with my client. Now, what do I mean by this? Right? So, instead of being to a point where there is practically no deliverable, okay? There's no deliverable that we can say, okay, this is finished, right? It just depends on if they think it's finished. If they think it's finished, then it's finished. If they don't think it's finished, it's not finished. There's no clear deliverable. So how can we make it to a way where I give you X and you give me Y, right? So the problem with the AI automation agency model is this X can be Y in some people's mind. This can be Z. This can be A. This can be B. It looks different. This X is not a deliverable. Okay, this can look different for each person. No matter how clear set your offer is, if your offer is that you're going to create an AI DM setter, this can look very, very different, especially when building a AI agent like that to where it can answer in multiple different ways, it can have multiple different outcomes. There is no deliverable, okay? And the Y is just a fixed price. Now, how can we change this? So I've now pivoted into something I call a growth marketing firm. Now, Chris, you're just switching business models. No, I'm not. The AI is silent. Now, what do I mean by this? Because I had probably the biggest shift in my brain I've had since I've started this, and that is that everybody says it, yet I didn't listen. I used to use AI as this leverage or this word that I could use that would make people intrigued. And while it is, at the same time, it makes your perceived value go down. So this is a client's perceived value, right? Let's say you are giving them a website or you're giving them an AI website, whatever, right? So for a client, the perceived value of building a website, coding their own website, that's anywhere from 5 to 10K, okay? You have to know how to code, you have to know HTML, you have to know all this stuff to build a website. With an AI website, in their head, you're just typing in a prompt and getting a website, right? Just because you put AI in front of it. We know that's not the truth, but when they think AI, they think ChatGPT. Okay, so in their head, this may be worth $20. All you did was put in a prompt. No, that's not what I did, but in their head, that's what they think. So it's $20. Okay, now if you just said, I'll build you a website that's now worth 5 to 10K, and you just did it with AI, what's the difference? They don't know, and they don't have to know. And a lot of people say that. They say, don't talk about the tech, don't sell the AI. But it's more than not selling the AI. It's actually unselling the AI. So here's kind of how the epiphany I had, right? So when a business owner thinks AI, this is equal to Chat GPT. 9 out of 10 times. 9 out of 10 times they have no idea what they're talking about. And AI equals Chat GPT. Now, a lot of kids think that they need to learn tools like N8N or VoiceFlow or Make.com. And before you learn any of these, I want to ask you, do you want to become a developer? Because me personally, I know damn well I do not want to become a developer, and I absolutely hate sitting in each one of these and building AI agents. I could hire a developer, but is this really what I want my deliverable to be? An AI voice agent, an AI chatbot? No, because they just think it's ChatGPT. They don't know the difference. They don't know that you're in N8N building these crazy workflows. They just think it's ChatGPT, it's really easy, and you're just doing some prompting. Now, here's kind of where I'm at. So if you say, I will be a DM setter for you, right? And you offer a business owner a DM setter. I mean, you could even make an Instagram account and say, I'm a DM setter. And this is a brilliant idea, by the way. I hope one of you watching this does this. Say, I'm a DM setter. Now, rather, you're a human and you're just a normal DM setter. Or you're a human that answers 24/7 and within 15 seconds and is cheaper. Which one is more valuable out of those two? I'm going to tell you right now, it's this one. Okay? It's this one. Because they don't need to know. This is all just AI. They don't need to know that. It doesn't matter who's doing it. The job just needs to get done. So if you wanted to make an Instagram account, say you're a DM setter, reach out to one of these people that set appointments in the DMs, you could legit steal every single lead. So the way DM setters work is first to the lead, it's in their pipeline. If you were just saying, I'm a DM setter, I'm a normal DM setter, they onboard you, you build an AI agent to do your job. I've seen DM setters that are getting paid out 20, 30K, normal humans. If you are stealing every single lead and you build an actual good AI agent to do it, you're legit making a passive 50K. And you have to show up to a couple of coaching calls, maybe. So that's kind of where I was like, okay, now I understand. So business as a whole, you don't need to reinvent the wheel. You take a business model and you rather make it faster, cheaper, or better. Okay? If you're starting a business, you use an existing business model and you rather do it faster, cheaper, or better. Now with AI, you can do it faster, you can do it cheaper, and you can do it better. That's why AI is so useful. But you're not reinventing the wheel. You're not starting an AI automation agency, learning how to develop and selling AI agents. You're selling the same business model. So I'm just selling the same things. I'm just doing it faster, cheaper, and better. Okay. Now, some could argue it's not better, but either way, you only need 2 out of the 3 in order to beat whoever you're going against. So if you're a DM setter, again, normal business model, but you're doing it with AI, it's going to be faster, it's going to be cheaper, and it's going to be better if you build it correctly. And even if not, it's still faster and it's still cheaper, which will make them more money. Okay. So where does the AI growth marketing firm come in? I was really just doing this the whole time, but I was just framing it as AI. I now don't even market the fact that I'm in AI. So I go to a someone selling info and I say, I will make you a free VSL. Okay. Number one, that's a beautiful, beautiful lead magnet. Again, they don't know it's AI. And if you prompt it correctly, like in my community, I have probably over 50 VSLs I scraped, all loaded into one Claude project, and you can have access to it. And all you have to do is enter the JSON context profiles, which I have another video about, of the client. Say, write me a VSL about this. This is the ICP. It knows everything about them. And it writes a really good VSL. Okay. And then you go in there and you change it up a little bit. But it writes a really good VSL. So free VSL is a perfect lead magnet. Okay. Then you can handle all DMs. Again, we have a special connection with Pakistan and we have a DM setters 24/7. Okay. Don't say this, but you don't need to tell them. Okay. You just say, we will handle all your DMs. We will handle all appointments and scheduling, lead nurture, onboarding, and sales training. Now, someone normal that would come into an info and do all of this for them, they would charge around 30%, and the person actually running this, so me in this scenario, would get around 5 to 10%. The rest would go to setters, closers, and anybody else involved in the process. So I would take home around 5 to 10%. Now I can come do this service better, do it faster. I can launch this within 14 days and I'm taking 30%. So not only am I on a rev share basis, but I have a clear outcome. I'm going to make you more money and I'm going to take 30% of whatever I add to that. And I want to make them more money because that makes me more money. And I'm taking 30% of whatever I add. So this is where it's genuinely insane, because if someone's making 100K per month, they're selling info and they're making 100K per month, and you add just 5% because your DMs are faster, your VSL is better, and your leads are constantly being nurtured, even reactivating old leads. You're adding, what is that? 5,000? You're adding $5,000 to their bank right there, just from 14 days in. You're adding $5,000. Is that good math? Yeah. You're adding $5,000. Okay, 30% of this, whatever. 30 is 300. You're making like, I don't fucking know. It doesn't matter. Okay, that's just at 5%. Realistically, if you actually write a good VSL, you follow up with all leads, you make sure no leads are missed, you can add anywhere from 10 to 15%. Okay, that's adding 15K to their offer. Now you take 30% of this, that's 5K in your pocket every single month with one client. Okay, and it's a clear deliverable. You're just getting a percentage of what you add. Literally you just add 10 to 15% of 100K. And this is very, very, very doable with the right systems. So that's why I made the transfer. And if you are trying to start an AI automation agency, or you think AI is the future, it is. And you are combining the two best opportunities of all time, which is AI and info. And the reason that these are so good is because the scalability and the actual potential with the both of them. Now, if you can combine both of these with info plus AI equals, fuck, what does it equal? I mean, it equals some cool shit. Maybe a car. Okay, we'll say a car. You know? So that's why I shut down my AI automation agency. If you're watching this and you want to start an AI automation agency, by all means, if you want to develop. If you don't want to develop, you don't care to develop, you don't care to learn code, you don't care to do any of that bullshit, find a business model, a current performing business model, and just do it better. So if you have experience in investment banking, okay, don't go to investment bankers and say, I'll implement AI. Start in investment banking and just do it with AI. Because imagine you had a business that was doing very well and you're an AI automation agency, right? And they said, here's the keys. Here's the keys. Do whatever you want. Implement as much AI as you want. This would be a gold mine for you. You'd be like, oh my, I'm about to change everything for you. I'm about to, fuck that. I'll just create my own business and do it all with AI. And not only am I going to outperform them, but I'm going to get 100% of the profit. Right? So why be this middleman right here trying to come into other businesses when you could just start your own that's better and more profitable? So the moral of the story is don't start an AI automation agency unless you want to develop. Okay? Find a working business model. This could be anything. I chose marketing because that's already what I did and that's already what I'm good at. And find a working business model and do it faster, cheaper, or better. Okay? Just choose 2 out of the 3 at the least. 9 out of 10 times, AI is already going to do it faster and it's already going to do it cheaper. So if you can do it better, that's just a plus. But either way, you can do it faster and you can do it cheaper. Okay? So if you want to learn what I'm doing and how I'm doing it and how I'm going to capitalize on both of the biggest opportunities of 2025, I have it all in the community. It's a free community, and I'm showing you all how I'm using Claude to do copy, write VSLs, and actually scale info with DM setters, appointment setters, lead nurture flows, absolutely everything when it comes to scaling a business that is selling information or scaling a business with an offer and creating marketing infrastructures with data. Now, if you want to develop and you want to be in the trenches coding, then by all means, you go do that, and no one's going to stop you. So that's kind of my little rant. That's why I shut down my agency. And again, no hate to any of my clients or any of that. It's just I found a better opportunity that I've already made more money with, and is people that I like to work with, people that are hungry, people that want to actually work, instead of these, craggedy old business owners that don't really care. They just want a couple automations, and I find it better for me, better for them, and I have a more upside because I just want to work and I want to actually grow their business, actually work with them, and actually give them results and be driven to do that. So if that sounds good, again, I have the community. If not, it's all good, and I'll see you guys in the next one.